Let's see here. Okay, we're back. All right, and I'm using an alternative phone.
Thank you very much.
So let's see if this one works. All right, give you guys a few seconds to log in. Hopefully y'all didn't all disappear on me. Yeah. Here we go. Somebody said good. Sounds good. Audio's good. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yep, audio does sound good. All right, so let me go ahead and hit the like button myself. Yeah. Okay. Now, before I was so rudely interrupted by the internet doing whatever it is they do, I'm gonna have to get that phone checked out. Yeah. So now that you guys are back, we was talking about what's going on up there in Canada. They're a little upset about what Trump is doing with these tariffs. So as I was mentioning, this guy right here is just blaming it on, Trump and so on and so forth, which I get it. His job is to try to, protect the Canadians and all of that stuff. But at the same time, we've been getting the banana in the tailpipe for a long time when it comes down to trade, not just from, Canada, but from other countries. So yeah, we want Canada to definitely work with us on fixing the border with the opium and all of that stuff and illegal immigrants. But honestly, I think we should all get rid of tariffs. Either we're going to get reciprocal tariffs or we should just get rid of the tariffs and everybody will be blessed from that, in my opinion. But instead of doing that, this guy's out here talking reckless.
He's attacking Canadian families, workers, and businesses.
Oh.
And we cannot let him succeed.
Can't.
And we won't.
They won't.
We won't. I am proud of the response of Canadians who are making their voices heard and their wallets felt.
Yeah.
I am grateful for how our provinces are stepping up to the fight. Because when we are united, we are Canada strong.
You hear that? We are Canada strong. Now, I know, you're a politician. You got to get up there, especially if you just came and get up there and talk reckless. Make it seem like, you ain't going to be pushed around by the big orange man. However,
the Canadian government has rightly retaliated and is rightly retaliating with our own tariffs that will have maximum impact in the United States and minimum impact here in Canada. And my government will keep our
maximum impact here in the United States, but minimum in Canada. Now, obviously, these people are posturing, but I'm thinking to myself, do you think Trump's going to back down from this? I mean, is it more likely that he will say, oh, y'all want to go to war? You want to play chicken? Let's do it. Versus you have a different approach. Like, how can we work with you to work this out? I don't think Trump is the kind of guy that you want to fight fire with fire, because he's going to say my fire is bigger than your fire. It's that simple. Oh, you think you got enough gasoline to put on your fire? Well, watch this. Unlimited gasoline. Unlimited gasoline. See how big it's getting? But this guy right here, he's taking the tough guy approach.
Our tariffs on until the Americans show us respect.
Meanwhile,
well, things changed.
Well, that was quick.
Ontario Premier Doug Ford, up in Canada, has decided he's not going to tax the United States residents and electrical users 25%. He had a conversation with our Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, and they both decided it would be in the best interest of both countries not for Ford to do that.
Yeah, I bet. For the simple fact is, Trump will say, okay, I'm going to trump your tariff with some more tariffs. And we're going to see who tariffs out. There we go. Keep going. You want some more of that? You want some more? Yeah. He's like that guy that Judd Nelson played on what was it? What was that wonderful 80s movie where it was The Breakfast Club, where he just kept asking him, yeah, you want another one? He was like, yeah. It's like, that's 3 Saturdays. Yeah, so, okay, make it 4. He just wouldn't stop. He kept going. And that's what the result would be if this guy would have said, all right, here, I'm going to hit you with 25% tariffs. Trump would have been like, okay, well, let's keep going. Let's keep going until we max out. And so I know what he was trying to do to project strength, but you should have picked Joe Biden for that. See, you know what I'm saying? But he's gone. He's gone. And now all you're left with is the real president, okay? And that's not going to work very good.
Already Canada, and I respect very much.
Look how Elon is
a very
sitting.
strong man in Canada who said he was going to charge a surcharge or a tariff on electricity coming into our country. He has called and he said he's not going to do that.
Oh.
Okay, he's not going to do that.
Not going to do it?
And it would have been a very bad thing if he did. And he's not going to do that, so I respect that. But we were just informed that he's not going to do that.
Oh.
President Donald Trump announced
Well,
he
let's
will
see.
double planned tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum from 25% to 50%.
Oh, that's too much to bear. That is too much to bear. So he was going to give him double for his trouble? But wait a minute. We just saw my man over there talking reckless like, man, shoot, the Canadians are going to stand strong. It's going to hurt the U.S. more than it's going to hurt the Canadians. Okay? So let's continue. Because it sounds like that man, he buckled. He buckled. See, we're now finding out that several leaders up in Canada are man chickens. See, yeah, we were playing chicken and he was like, I'm going to go ahead and swerve off the road. Your truck's too big. I don't want to go head to head with it.
He said those tariffs will take effect Wednesday. The doubling down is in retaliation to Canada's 25% surcharge on electricity exports.
Oh, my.
Until these tariffs are off the table,
There it is.
until the threat of tariffs is gone
The
for
threat.
good, Ontario will not relent.
You hear that guy right there? The interim. He said until the threat of tariffs is gone for good. That, in other words, I don't even want to hear you talking about tariffs no more. You understand that? If I hear the come out your mouth, I'm going to keep sticking it to y'all. All right? You better stop using any word that start with the T, period. Now, I don't want to hear no the. I don't want to hear no, tough, nothing. Now, when y'all eliminate the word T out of your vocabulary, then we'll go ahead and relent on our tariff retaliation. Well,
Ontario announced the retaliatory electricity charge on Monday. Premier Doug Ford says he's adding a 25% surcharge to electricity exports to Michigan, Minnesota, and New York. The electricity Ontario sends powers 1.5 million American homes.
for what? How in the world is this even possible? Why are we using their energy up there to power all of them? What happens if Canada and us break up? Breakups happen, I mean, you never want to surrender all your power, all right? Because if you break up, then you're left with nothing. The house is in your name, honey. All the cars and all the bank accounts. I was relying on you being fair and balanced, just in case we break up. No, it's all in my name. I'm sure you'll find a nice little cardboard box outside on the concrete to live in. You don't want to give up all of everything, But we went ahead and I guess we got some people who are using Canadian energy. And this guy went big on the threat, went real big. How do you think Trump responded to it?
This surcharge will cost families and businesses in these states up to $400,000 each and every single day.
Oh.
On an average, this will add around $100 per month to the bills of hardworking Americans.
Okay.
Well, on top of doubling tariffs on steel and aluminum in response, Trump said on Truth Social he'll be declaring a national emergency on electricity within the threatened area.
Uh-oh. Oh, now I know as soon as this little interview was going on with that tough guy right there, I bet you Trump was in the middle of typing right there. Before this guy probably got finished with this whole statement, this probably was typed and sent out.
This will allow the U.S. to quickly do what has to be done to alleviate this abusive threat from Canada.
If the United States escalates, I will not hesitate to shut the electricity off completely. Believe me when I say I do not want to do this. I feel terrible for the American people because it's not the American people
It's
who
Donald
started
Trump.
this trade war.
Yeah, but see, we're okay with it because we support our president right about now. We want some fair trade deals. All right, so if we got to stick it to you up front so we can all balance this thing out on the back end, then okay. See, so I think you're miscalculating now. If you're talking about the crazy radical liberals that's running around saying Trump and Elon and all of this stuff, we're not counting them. We're talking about the senseless MAGA Americans out here that voted for Trump that's saying, look, about time. Somebody stand up to other countries when it comes down to this unequal trade agreements. So, yeah, I think he's trying to go ahead and get us to turn on Trump because he's saying, well, I'm going to punish y'all. But I got a gut feeling Canadians will be punished a lot more than we would. especially when Trump heard what this man was talking.
It's one person who's responsible. That's President Trump.
Oh,
In response, Trump said,
What?
"Can you imagine Canada stooping so low as to use electricity that so affects the life of innocent people as a bargaining chip and threat? They will pay a financial price for this so big that it will be read about in history books for many years to come."
oh, now that's a response. So big that you're going to make histories. I'll make you famous. Hit her with the Billy the Kid. I'll make you famous. Wow. They'll be reading about this in history books to come. Now, you don't get much gangster than that. I'm about to make you famous for all the wrong reasons. How dare you? Well, let's see if that tough guy that said, you know what? We ain't going to relent until the threat of tariffs is eliminated. We only want to hear you talking about it. Not even hitting it. All right. So let's see what he said to that when Trump had written that wonderful statement about, yeah, you do it. You'll be in our history books. This was the year that Canada imploded. Some guy, wise guy, thought he could box with Trump and he had no arms. And so therefore he couldn't swing or anything, and he cost Canada everything. So let's continue now because this is the update.
Joining me now is Doug Ford. He is the Premier of Ontario.
Oh, there he is again.
Mr. Premier, we
There he is
appreciate
again.
you
The guy with no
making
arms.
time for us here on Meet the Press Now. Obviously, Vaughn just noted it, and we've been reporting in the last several minutes here that you announced that you're lifting that 25% surcharge on
What
electricity
changed?
exports after talking with the Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick. Take us inside that conversation, if you will, just a little bit. What assurances did you get from Washington before you made this decision to hold off on these surcharges?
Yeah, what assurances?
Well, first of all, Aaron, thank you so much for having me on. I start every interview with saying how much we love Americans.
Oh, look at that. I softened my tone. I came out like well, you know what? I was on TV, man. I had to do something. Y'all got to understand, man. They ain't going to respect me if I at least come out. Look, man. Look, you already know, man. That wasn't really my intent. That was just me bluffing. But now let's really talk. So wait a minute. Where's all the tough guy talk right there? Where's all the tough guy talk? Let's finish hearing him say, because I'm sure the tough guy's going to come out in a second.
And I know Americans love Canadians. We have to stop the bleeding. Secretary Lutnick reached out to me, put an olive branch out to sit down and have a discussion to move the USMCA deal forward and not wait till April the 2nd. We have to make sure we protect both countries. And as we're duking it out back and forth, China's laughing. They're building an arsenal of critical minerals. And we have to work together. We're the two greatest nations in the world.
I ain't heard Donald Trump's name come up once in a negative connotation. Nothing. I mean, I ain't heard none of that stuff right now. Everything is we need to work it out. We're friends. We've always been friends. And I mean, I love you people. And I'm sure you people love us too. And we do. We love the Canadians. But we want fair trade. So now all of a sudden, let's see though, because I'm sure this tough guy right here negotiated something. Okay, so let's continue.
Let's build that AMCAN fortress. And as for the aluminum and steel, 16% of the aluminum that the U.S. makes is produced in the U.S. The rest, vast majority of it, comes from Quebec, Canada, along with steel. But let's work together. Cooler heads have to prevail here, or we'll decimate both economies.
No, not both. Not both. I think right about now we're seeing whose economy was on the list of desecration. The fact that you're back to the negotiating table and you took all that base out the voice. Just a little bit ago, it's like, hey, look, man, if you see Trump, you tell him what's up. Now,
You know what? I mean, we have to come together. So we need to. You know what? That's why punish both people? The Canadians love you. We love you.
yeah, I'm starting to hear some in that voice. A lot of that bass went out. So let's continue because now they're going to ask you, well, what did you get? What did you get for this?
We're seeing it over the last few days.
Understood. So in your conversation then, obviously you've agreed to not implement the surcharge.
Right.
Did the Commerce Secretary offer you anything in exchange? Was there an understanding that the U.S. would be making a concession as well?
Well, they made the concession of dropping the additional 25%.
Oh, okay. So basically, we went right back down to where it started. And Trump was like, here's the 25% tariffs. Then you try to drop your whatever, 25%. And he said, okay, let's double that. Let's go to 50. Okay, wait. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna get rid of my 25%. Okay, well, I'll get rid of my 25. Hey, Nala, go somewhere. Boy, I tell you, she's gonna get it. But anyway, it looks like, go ahead. Anyway, so it looks like he dropped that 25% off there. You know, he came in talking reckless, and now all of a sudden, he went ahead and cut that 25%. So he didn't get nothing. We went right back to square one. Huh. Isn't that awful?
They had it up to 50% on the steel and aluminum.
You couldn't hack that.
A meeting. We need to sit down at the table. We need to move forward this USMCA deal as soon as possible. Every single day that goes by, we see the market down over $4 trillion. Inflation's happening. Threats of assembly plants in the auto sector closing down on both sides of the border.
Now look how reasonable this man is sounding right now. Versus how he started off when, you know, it was just him out there talking reckless. I mean, we ain't gonna relent until the threat of tariffs is gone. Wow. So he got himself a revelation afterwards, I see. I think maybe he heard from the heaven above, thou shalt ruin this thou economy if thou doesn't change thou attitude. So now we're seeing a whole different attitude right here.
Manufacturing, consumer confidence is down. We need to sit down, get this done.
Yeah.
We're the largest customer for the US.
Let's negotiate now.
We love the American people, and I do. I spent 20 years of my life there.
There you go.
And I just want to make a deal that's a fair deal for both countries.
Come on over here, Trump. Look, man. You know what I mean? I'm saying, look, man. Hey, did I tell you we love y'all? Did I tell you Canada love y'all? Okay, y'all love Canada, right? Y'all, okay, come here. Where you going? Hey, look. I know I jumped out a little bit over my skis. And I look. I'm sorry.
Let me load the bass. Okay. See, I know I jumped up a little bit over my skis. That's not the. Okay, let me get rid of some more. Okay. I know I jumped out over my skis. Lower than that. I know I jumped over my skis. Is that okay?
Made him take all the bass out. Was like, turn off all of the bass before you talk to me, son. So now he's out here whistling. All right, so let's continue.
And let's unite, and let's stick together.
So if I understood you correctly, there will still be a 25% tariff enacted on Canadian steel and aluminum tomorrow. Are you comfortable with that? Are you prepared to reinstate your surcharges potentially down the road?
Well, we have $30 billion of tariffs against the U.S. I can't stand tariffs. Let's sit down. Let's make.
Yeah, we got $30 billion. That's the whole point. Yeah, y'all seem to be, you know, reaping the benefit of the tariffs while we're paying for the tariffs. I mean, we want some of that, you know, benefit too. That's all I'm saying. Now, we can all just squash tariffs completely, you know, go straight to square one. And hey, I think that's the best route to go. And I think Trump's setting it up for that. I really do. Because right now, this guy wants to negotiate. He's like, look, man, let's let bygones be bygones. That was like, what, just one day ago? That was like forever ago. One day, you know what I'm saying? It's like forever. So now let's talk bygones be bygones. That's what I want to talk about now.
Both countries prosperous and the greatest two countries in the world.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to do.
He is buttering it up. Yeah, man. He's like, is that enough butter? Would you like some more? Let me keep buttering it. Ah, boy. Now, see, we asked for butter up front. We asked for the butter up front. You talking about, look, man, I mean, we ain't gonna be throwing no butter on that, turkey right there. Okay, you don't want to, okay, we'll take our business elsewhere. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on for a second. Somebody go get me a whole slab of butter. Start buttering this up right here.
Even back and forth. Let's sit down and move forward on this deal. We're the two most important allies in the world. And rather than fighting, we need to sit down and move forward and be united for the rest of the world.
Yeah, now that's somebody just talking peace right there. But see, you know who ain't talking peace? Is these raggedy press people who want Trump to look bad when it comes down to the tariffs, when it comes down to the economy and all of this stuff. Because see, they want to go ahead and make Trump look bad, even though he's been in office less than 50 days and stuff like that. But, why not hit him hard up front? You know what I'm saying? The fake news and the Democrats really don't have much. So they're going to jump out there and say Trump's stinking it up with the economy. Look at these tariffs and all of this stuff like that. And he had the nerve to ask a stupid question to our wonderful new press secretary. I think he thinks that his black gay drop that's still in, up there on that mic right there. But no, she's gone. She's gone. Now we got the truth.
Back for a second. When President Trump last addressed the BRT when he was on the campaign trail, his big push was on tax cuts. He's going there today as he's proposing tax hikes in the form of tariffs.
Not
and
true.
I'm curious
He's not doing
why
that.
he's prioritizing that.
Now you're going to get
tax
it.
cuts.
Now you're
He's
going
actually not implementing tax hikes. Tariffs are a tax hike on foreign countries that, again, have been ripping us off. Tariffs are a tax cut for the American people. And the president is a staunch advocate
Put your
of tax
hands down.
cuts. As you know, he campaigned on no taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime, no taxes on Social Security benefits.
And I heard they're trying to take taxes away from anybody making under 100 and something thousand. That would be beautiful. That would be beautiful. But now this man's getting whooped on national TV. That you ask stupid questions like this, okay? Now she got to go ahead and bring out the belt. Matter of fact, forget the belt. She done went ahead and grabbed some of those switches right there where you grab them and pull all the leaves off at once. And then hit them with the warm-up swing. Just in case you wonder if it's going to hurt. The Zorro swing. Let you know what time it is. And now here you are in the middle of the press conference getting warrant out. Let's continue.
He is committed to all three of those things, and he expects Congress to pass them later this year.
I'm sorry, have you ever paid a tariff? Because I have.
Oh, see, now you got a smart mouth. Now you got a smart mouth. See, yeah. See, the last whooping I ever got, I got punched right in the mouth. It wasn't even a whooping. It was a punch right in the mouth, and I brought it all the way on myself. My mom was sitting there on the phone at a nerve. I was about 14. Stayed out all night long, y'all, hanging out with my Puerto Rican friend, Louis. Yeah, came home at like 5 or 6 in the morning. Now, she should have whooped me right there. Right there. Instead, though, she just going to give me a verbal lashing in my face to her friend, Becky. She's on the phone with her friend, Becky. Like, Becky, let me tell you something. This little beep, 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 had the nerve to stay out all night. Brought his butt home at like 5 in the morning. Let me tell you. And I'm sitting there listening to her and had the nerve to mumble something smart under my breath. I said, first of all, it didn't happen like that. Secondly, you got a big mouth. Immediately, hold on, Becky. Put the phone down, went straight knuckles, right in the mouth. Boop, up. I thought, sorry about that. I know I should have just kept my mouth shut. See, now this guy got a smart mouth. That was the last time I ever mouthed off to my mom or any of my adults in my family. Later on, after I was sucking that lip, I was like, yeah, I brought that one all the way on myself. And this guy, you see this guy right here? See? He's smarting off right now. See? And look what happens.
They don't get charged on foreign companies. They get charged on the importers.
And ultimately, when we have fair and balanced trade, which the American people have not seen in decades, as I said at the beginning, revenues will stay here, wages will go up, and our country will be made wealthy again. And I think it's insulting that you're trying to test my knowledge of economics and the decisions that this president has made. I'm now regret giving a question to the Associated Press.
See? Now you're going to get cut off. Next time you're going to be in the audience. Ooh. We all know them. We all know those kids in the class that think they know it all, but the teacher avoids them. Nobody else got their hands up but this kid. Ooh. Anybody want to try to answer it? But you, my hand wasn't up. You answer the question. I know I see him, but no, he's not getting a turn anymore because he got a smart mouth. Yeah, so let's continue because everybody's worried about these tariffs and stuff, and the Democrats are out there still trying to find something negative to, throw on Trump, considering everything seems to be going so wonderfully. You would think they would be rejoicing. You'd think they'd be on board, man. Like, yeah, let's go ahead and continue moving forward, but not them.
Mary, go ahead.
The world of hurt. No matter what Donald Trump.
So they send out this guy right here. You see this dude, looking like a turtle without a shell. He got the turtleneck on. Where's the shell? So now, Don Lemon has the nerve to come out and try to push a negative narrative about what Trump is doing. Now, where was he when it come down to the Biden administration and how horrific that economy was? Now, this is the same bum that will get on, well, he used to be on TV. Now he's on the internet with me. I mean, me and him, we're on the same level. But now here he is You know, he used to get on TV talking about I'm fair and balanced. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Democrat. But look at this. It's funny how it appears that he's grifting off of being a complete leftist Democrat shield right about now. So now he's going after Trump, y'all, with a scary message for all of those people who didn't vote for Trump and all of us who did vote for Trump. So let's see.
Tells you because he's nervous, he's scared, he's doing these interviews because he's trying to change the narrative. Such negative news. We're in a recession. We are.
Now you see? Now, I wonder if Don Lemon has learned from all of his years being on CNN, the fake news network, where he throws these things out there, and they all throw them out there, and then they have to retract it. They don't even retract it. They just got to eat their words. So now this guy straight came out and said, we're in a recession. We're in a recession. That's what we are. Or is he kidding me? We're in a recession. So this is what Don Lemon has been reduced to. Now I'm wondering, where are the turkeys on his head? If this is on TikTok, where are the people putting the turkeys and the chickens and stuff all on his head while he's talking? But no, watch this. This is what Don Lemon's interpretation is of what is going on right now with the economy and Trump.
A dictatorship. We're in a recession.
A dictatorship.
All these tariffs, the putting them out there, enacting them, and then pulling back, it's not helping the market at all. The stock market is tanking. He knows it. That's his big indicator of the health of the economy.
Sound like this is wishful thinking. It sound like Don Lemon has went out above his skis too soon. I wonder if he's going to eat these words.
It's through the stock market. Now he's telling Maria Bartiromo, we should look at the stock market. We should have a longer outlook than a quarter. Really? That's not what he said before. And he's pulling back tariffs in certain areas where he knows it will affect the people who voted for him, like farmers.
Yeah. You see my smug look? Because I know what's coming.
And the auto industry and blue-collar workers. They're getting hip to it, and he's nervous about it. This is where you put the pressure on Donald Trump.
Oh, y'all hear that?
This is where the other side...
Now wait, put the pressure on Donald Trump. It sounds to me like you hate Donald Trump. It sounds to me, Don Lemon, like you are 100% radical left Democrat voter and supporter. That's what it sounds like. So I don't want to hear you ever come out talking about I'm actually not neither or I am neutral and all of this stuff. I don't want to hear that from Don Lemon. Hey, most of y'all, scram. See, I don't mind whooping the kids. See, I gotta smack them on their butt when you get going now. Go get. You too, Nala. Scram. And if that don't work, then I gotta go with this. Yeah, go on now. Come on, you snip your butt. You better go on now. I got all kind of weapons. Just in case the kids start acting up. Next, I'm gonna pull out the switch. Soon as I get done, ding dong. Who is it? The animal service. Hey, I can mess around and do pretty much anything I want. You mess around and hurt an animal. Oh my God! Everybody, they be ding dong at the animal service, animals' rights. How did y'all find out what? I just finished spanking the kids. Yeah, we know everything. If there's an animal in trouble, we're there. All right, so let's finish hearing this guy right here spill out this propaganda and think that he's schooling us, y'all. He's schooling us. He's about to get the last laugh.
Democrats or the folks who are not Trump supporters, this is what they should be doing. They should be pointing this out endlessly because this is the weeks that I believe that they can take back and gain some control because it is, as James Carville says, the economy, stupid.
It is? So we're about to find out who's really stupid, who's really dumb.
So now that the economy is in trouble, and as I am recording this, the Dow is down and dropping, perhaps it's time for people to wake up and understand that Donald Trump doesn't know what he's doing with the economy. He doesn't know. And all you have to do is look at the facts and the research. He says, we're the best economies. Doesn't. GDP at the bottom. Work.
Y'all hear that? Don Lemon is dropping it out because he's smart, right? He's smart. And you know what? He thinks he knows about the whatever, this and this and that. And you know what? All of that crap, well, we're about to find out right now.
First. So people wake up. Wake up as it relates to Donald Trump and his knowledge. Supposedly he knows better than anyone, better than the economists, better than the generals. Well, he doesn't.
Well, see, now Don Lemon got his smart glasses on and he thinks he's outsmarting me. Well, now I got to go ahead and meet his smartness with my smartness by putting my glasses on. And I'm one up on him because I got the tape in the middle. So let's go ahead and see how things are going now. Because he said, as of now, as of now when I'm recording this video, Trump doesn't know anything about the economy. He tries to act like he's so smart, but he don't know stuff. And you know what? This is how we defeat him. This is how we defeat him. What? Lies and propaganda? Because look at
And
this.
it's showing, and the wheels are coming off.
The wheels are coming off.
Today, inflation dropped to its lowest level in 3.5 years.
What?
Illegal border crossings are now down to about zero.
No way.
Gas is back down to below $3 a gallon.
Kiss my grits.
Mortgage rates have dropped for 6 straight weeks.
Great Scott, Batman.
Jobs are up. Unemployment's down. $2 trillion in private money is being invested in America. DEI is dead. The government's more efficient. And Ukraine's agreed to a ceasefire.
Wait a minute. We just heard from Don Lemon giving us a lecture about how bad things was. The economy sucks. The stock market is crashing. Donald Trump, that's his weakness. That's his weakness. You all should be attacking him. Look at that. You would think they would learn. You would think they would learn by now. I mean, they jump out there and it just shows how much they hate him. They won't even give things any time to develop. But they don't care because they never really get punished when it comes down to all of these fake narratives and them jumping out. Now we punish them because we keep, a nice little, history of all of the things they said prematurely, all of the things they said, and then all of a sudden it turned around. We keep track of that. But whatever dummies are watching Don Lemon seriously, they got short-term memories. They won't remember that he jumped out there and said all of that stuff, and then all of a sudden, a day or two later, all of this stuff comes out. Now, where is him? Where is he now? I want to see him come out and a couple of days ago I mentioned him, Trump don't know. You can't back out after you say something like that. You can't even walk it back because these were insults. He acts like he's so smart. He acts like he knows what he's doing. And you know what? He's this and this and that. If he would have done it like, all right, in the news today, we found out that, but he did it with a lot of attitude. He did it really showing everybody how he really feels about Donald Trump. So therefore, we know his goal and agenda. It's never going to be, I'm just trying to go ahead and report fair and balanced, whatever. No, this dude was with an attitude, smugness. So now he can't walk it back. He got to just act like it never happened. He got to just be like, oh, shoot. A couple days later, everything came out opposite of what I just said. But I'm going to go ahead and find something else negative to say about him. Like Elon. Let's go to Elon. Yeah, something like that. Not only is Don Lemon looking like an idiot, but the Democrats, because Trump is winning, they got to now do something, right? And there's something is we got to shut down the government, y'all. But wait a minute. We'd hate to find some hypocrisy in all of this, right? Hypocrisy!
Republicans are marching America to a painful government shutdown. But we need traditional Republicans to break with MAGA
y'all see the Tin Man?
So we can keep the government open.
Yeah, y'all see dang on Hawker Jeffries? This was back in the day when they was thinking about, the Republicans gonna shut down the government. Yeah, we could blame it on them. And look at them. They all wanted to keep the government open, y'all.
Republican shutdown will cost 6,306 of her constituents their
no.
paychecks.
Put the bill on the floor for an up or down vote.
Put it on the
So we
floor.
can end this MAGA Republican nightmare. And if you don't, you own this government.
You own it.
And we could put the threat of a shutdown.
Mr. Burns.
Our agreement would keep the government open, provide emergency aid for communities battered by hurricanes and other natural
All kind of stuff. Y'all hear Burns up there? We need to keep the government open. Yeah, you see? The reading glasses way down here. Do you know what they could provide finances for? So wait a minute. Let's see how Mr. Burns is talking about this now.
disasters.
It's about the harm that House Republicans will do to the American people.
It's the American people they're thinking about.
We believe in governance. We want to keep government open. A shutdown is very serious.
Y'all see how serious it was? Did y'all see Nasty Pelosi? We don't hear from Nasty too much these days. That's right. Nasty is trying to retire a little bit of that nastiness. But before she does, she first needs a sip of her medicine. Oh, yes, that's good. That's good, Nasty. Now, where was I? I was talking about those peasants that work for me. So let's see. Here we go. Look at this.
We believe in governance. We want to keep government open. A shutdown is very serious.
They're real. Y'all see the monkey paw right there? The shutdowns are very serious.
Very serious.
I'm gonna miss Nasty. I must say, that's one person in the government who is nasty as she is. She's funny as heck. I'm gonna miss Nasty when she gone, man. Oh, but I ain't gonna miss this one. I ain't gonna miss this one right here. Boy, I tell you, this right here is a nightmare. That's the one you wake up sweating in the middle of the night. Mad Max. I dreamt Mad Max, man. I woke up, rolled over, and saw Mad Max looking at me with that mug right there. Scared me half to death. Here we go.
When the government shuts down, it harms our national security, it harms our economy, and it harms service members, veterans, retirees.
All of that. Y'all see them? They don't care about all of the hypocrisy crumbs they leave on the internet. She's talking about everybody who's going to be affected and hurt by this if the Republicans shut down the government, yo. Let's see.
And vulnerable communities.
We all know a shutdown is unnecessary and completely avoidable.
The tragedy here is all.
Now y'all see the woman with the crazy eye? Now there it is right there. You see her up close, she like, yeah. So tell us about the shutdown. Go.
The civilian employees. It is the American people who are going to suffer.
Border Patrol.
Yeah, man. Shoot, she got that crazy eye right about there. So let's continue though.
Agents will not be paid.
Walker Jeffrey.
TSA agents will not be paid.
They won't be paid.
Small businesses will be hurt.
Not only is it irresponsible and purposely misleading, it is dangerous precedent to be threatening a shutdown.
I'm worried about our air controllers, those in the military. We have over almost 40,000 in the military as well as personnel who work.
They worried about everybody, y'all. You see that back then when they thought they could blame it on the Republicans. They was worried about everybody. There we go.
In the military, and they won't have checks. I mean, this is real.
It's real people's lives at stake.
Real people's
normal
lives.
to hold 800,000 workers.
You see olive oil? You see olive oil? Boy. Yeah. So olive oil right there is talking about it's not nice. It's not, you shouldn't do these bad things and stuff. So let's finish hearing olive oil right there.
Paychecks hostage. It is not normal to shut down the government when we don't get what we want.
Our troops deserve better. Our children deserve better.
The kids.
And the American people deserve better. These chaos agents, they don't have a plan.
Fartwell, you see Farty? They don't have a plan. Wait, hold on. What is it? Fang? Is that you? Oh, just a minute. Yeah, right there. My man right here is trying to drop knowledge on us, man. And hurry up before you blow in right there on the screen.
They just want to see everything. Shutdown is an extremist policy designed to appeal to the extremist base and hold the whole country hostage.
So this shutdown,
who's
going to feel the pain? You know who it hurts?
Who?
You.
One Democrat said to me, they feel like...
Oh, no. Now, they had me all hyped doing that monsnage. I'm sitting there like, that's right, man. Tell it like it is. Shutdowns is bad for everybody. It's about the kids. It's about the people. It's about the workers, the men and women in the military, all of those reasons. Shutdown is bad, man. Yeah, no bueno. However, when Donald Trump is in office and the Republicans have control of the House and the Senate, now all of a sudden, what is this? It's necessary, y'all.
They have a mandate from their constituents to shut down the government.
There are some raising the possibility of shutting down the government in March.
No, you can't do that.
Use whatever power we have.
Where's the monkey paw?
We're not going to vote for something that undermines the American people.
I'm waiting for Nasty to come out and say, stop all of this nonsense. We're not shutting anything down. Where is she?
To withhold votes. Do Democrats have the stomach?
I certainly hope so. I know that I'm not going to vote for their proposal for sure.
Y'all see? Ghetto superstar. That is what you are. You see the ghetto superstar? By the way, I'm going to be talking about the ghetto superstar. Got somebody on her trail right about now that's running for her position in her district, and I'm liking what I'm hearing thus far. I would love to see the ghetto superstar go down. Love it. But wait a minute. Here's more hypocrisy.
You prepared to shut down the government to join Democratic colleagues who want to stand in the way of keeping the government open?
Well, there are simply yes. So yes, look, if we have to take steps. 14 days from now, government shutdown is looming.
If we don't believe that we have a willing partner on the other side.
Now, you know what's funny? Only Democrats are able to have these type of montages on the internet. Montage after montage of hypocrisy. I mean, it's remarkable. I don't even see montages like that from conservatives, unless they're good ones, you know. But these folks have montages after montages that all you got to do is just put them together and show everybody these people stand for absolutely nothing. Somebody said, "How is the man truck?" It's up and running. Apparently, it was the starter. So yeah, he fixed the starter, and now it's been starting and running. So thank y'all very, very much. I was about to be like, wait a minute, don't get me wrong, I ain't too proud to walk to work. Dang, what I do it. Especially now that it's a little warmer up here in Ohio. Yeah, it looked like spring came for a couple days, but I'm pretty sure it'll be winter next week. Now, let's finish exposing these hypocrites.
We need to stay united and not bail out President Trump.
Not bail out President Trump.
In order for a lot of voters to fully understand what Elon Musk and Donald Trump are doing,
Is what?
people are unfortunately going to have to feel some of that.
And y'all gonna make them feel it. So for all those people out there who thinks it's Trump and Elon and all of them and the Republicans and stuff, no, these people are talking about making people feel it. So they want to punish the voters for voting for Donald Trump. The overwhelming amount of voters for voting for Donald Trump. They want to make us feel like we should regret our vote for Donald Trump because these nasty, stinking politicians who care about their party more than they care about the people, they're willing to shut down the government. But you got to understand, I'm not upset with that. One, they're going to look stupid shutting down the government. Okay, that was going to be on them. They already have a 20% approval rate right about now. So they are stinking it up. But not only that, you're helping us. There you go. If the government shut down, it'll give us a great time to look and see, wait a minute, so what don't we need? So the government shut down, but certain things are still operating. So I guess that right there can go. Let's see, whatever else can go. While the Democrats are taking it to the chin and saying, look, we're responsible for that. And I mean, shoot, if you shut down the government and it affects people like who I'm about to show y'all, then I don't see what the problem is. Look at this.
The only way that happens is that the shutdown happens.
Democrats have been insisting they're fighting for federal workers. You're about to see, again, on vivid display, very clear, the contrast. You will see one team that is working to fund the government and make sure we do the responsible thing. And you're going to see another posing a CR because they've now exposed the truth. They're not for federal workers. They're not for anyone. All the people they've said in the past that are going to be harmed would be by their votes. They're using federal employees as props. They're using Medicaid benefits and Social Security checks as cudgels in this thing. The threat of government shutdown, they're using it as some sort of attempt to wrestle power away from the president of the United States, who overwhelmingly won the popular vote, the Electoral College, in every single swing state. I'm just going to say this. If our Democrat colleagues want to increase their 21% approval rating in the American public, they ought to start by doing the right thing and keeping the government open. I think that'd be a great first step.
So y'all hear that? Now, I am hoping so much that we destroy them in the midterms. There you go. I'm hoping that we punish them even further in the midterms. I'm hoping that we're planning and prepping right about now for those midterms. I don't want the midterms to roll up on us and it's an afterthought. Right now, we should be strategizing how to primary any of our rhinos and also how to go after some of their weak candidates, even in some of their districts. I want them punished so bad to where, once again, they can't even shut down nothing. They don't even have the votes. They got to sit there and just look at us mad. Matter of fact, I want it to be so bad, we don't even have to talk to them about the budget. I didn't know y'all was having a meeting today. Yeah, we figured we'd go ahead and handle it all. We don't need your guys' input anyway. Well, wait a minute, aren't we supposed to be able to come into for what? Y'all ain't gonna vote for nothing anyway, and we don't need your votes. All right, so what do you think, guys? We're gonna go ahead and knock this out. Let's do it. That's what I want. I want them just showing up only for show. We're here. They didn't even give us the copy. We didn't get a chance to read. For what? You don't need it. We don't need y'all. Let's pass this mess and keep it moving. Bang. So that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna go ahead and gamble once again. With people's livelihood. Now remember, USAID and all of that stuff, which we heard. Yeah, one of the leaders was telling folks to shred documents. Why you got to shred documents and stuff? Why you got to be deleting stuff? But yet y'all fighting to keep that open and protect it. If it's on the up and up, you shouldn't be sending out no emails talking about, all right, y'all, make sure you destroy documents and get that. Shouldn't be doing that. You know what? Nala, this dog, she just I gotta find the spot that moves stuff to lay down. Where you at? Come here. Oh, look at you. Look at. Come here. You didn't mean it, did you? You just a little knucklehead, mama, aren't you? Huh? Aren't you? See, you got so she can feel it. See, got to pet her so she can feel it. There you go. You feel that? You feel it? Yeah, you feel it. All right, then. Now, let's move on. Enough loving on the dogs. Now, so listen to this, guys, we close.
Oh, we can shut down everything we can in order to make sure that we shut down the Elon Musk operation.
And that's what it comes down to. They want to shut down the Elon Musk and Trump relationship and so on and so forth. But this is why we need those. For, snuffing out people like this. Right here. Look at this lady. Uh-huh. Yeah, we should shut it down. This woman don't need to be...
When you wake up, or when you're on your weekend and you get the fork in the road message...
You hear that, Librel? First of all, she got the little tomboy haircut right there. We already know. The haircut gives it away. There's two things right now that gives this away. The haircut and the mask, man. What are you doing out there with that big fat mask on? Uh-huh. And that little bob haircut right there. We already know. So here she is complaining about an email. Yeah. That right there is too much for her to bear. Look how scary this was for her.
Or you get the subsequent 5 bullets. Hey, what the hell did you do, you lazy federal worker?
Exactly. Yeah, if you're out here complaining about that, and I'm going, hey, you are pretty lazy. If you couldn't go ahead and type 5 bullets, you're making our point. Maybe the government should be shut down. I'm just saying, if people like her are helping it go round and round, and they're whining about, I got scared because of that email, and I have 5 bullets, then yeah, maybe we need to go ahead and shut it down if people like you are responsible for running it.
This week? How frightening is it that someone on X, the owner of X, speaks to you directly to say, what did you do last week at work? And if you don't answer, I am going to fire you.
I would have took it like an opportunity to shine. Hey, Elon, it's Kev from Kevin's Corner. I'm glad you took the time to go ahead and ask me what I am doing here at work. First of all, I would like a promotion because I outworked the lady with the little tomboy haircut and that big fat mask on. Yes, I do my job and her job. And I am not intimidated by your 5 bullet questions. In fact, I'm going to give you a whole dissertation of what I do, so maybe I can work for Doge too. Enter. But not her. Here she is out there talking about how scared she was.
But even more egregious, the president comes out, the most powerful person in the land, and endorses that message. How do you think that makes federal workers feel?
Y'all hear that? How does that make federal workers feel, y'all? She's sensitive over that. All right, 1 second. I got to switch out this cord because the computer needs power. 1 second. So she's worried about how that makes people feel and all that stuff. Give me a second here. Get this together. Bam. The mic is back on. Can't let the computer die. So 1 second. Whoa. I don't think I'm coming to play. Scram, you two. Beat it. All right. And God said, let there be power. Bam. Oh, yeah. There we go. The threat of powering down is gone now. So we're back. All right. And I'm assuming y'all can still hear me, right? I switched out the cord. So anyway, that lady right there was complaining, unfortunately, about, Elon Musk and his scary email. Now, if you're out there complaining about that, you don't deserve to be working. You need to go. It's that simple. If that is scary to you and you're out there with your big black mask, first of all, reveal yourself. Reveal yourself. Be proud of who you are. When I see these people come out there with these masks on, I sit back and I say, why are you doing that? Why aren't you proud to be a spokesman for whatever? Or why aren't you able to show everybody, hey, it's me. I'm the radical person out here that's doing whatever. But they always cover their face up. And I go, that's a problem for me. But secondly, here you are complaining about something that's very simple and easy to do. And you're making it seem like you're that fragile. How scary it is. And I'm going, you're making me say Elon and them are barking up the right tree. Shut it down if it's a whole bunch of you working in there. If I'm a hard worker and I'm got some thick skin, that's not who I want out there speaking for us. I would be going, get your butt out. Look, they're going to shut our whole department down, sticking you out there. So now, here is the panel that is going to be talking reckless about Trump and Elon. It's all about stopping Elon right now. What are they going to do when Doge is over? I mean, they got to now channel all of their hate towards somebody else. So here we go, some more hatred towards Elon and Trump and that relationship and all of this stuff while overlooking some obvious things.
They're cool cars, but the president is clearly trying to do his friend, political donor, actually government employee.
Now look at that. See, now she's talking about friend, political donor, and trying to make it seem like it's a little arrangement they have, a hookup. That's what it is, right? Because Elon Musk, the stock has dropped because of all of these terrorist activities that's going on around the country, promoted by the Democrats. Shooting up dang on buildings and setting cars, Teslas on fire, stuff like that. I mean, I don't want to go into a Tesla store and have to worry about somebody, shooting through the windows or something like that. So yes, Trump is coming out and he said, I'm going to go ahead and buy a Tesla. And now they're having a fit because now you know what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it seem like it's the good old boys club and he's hooking them up. But yet they don't want to talk about the terrorism that's taking place and all of the tactics that are being used to bring down the stock when it comes down to Elon. So now here they're going to try to make this sound negative, and Scott's not having it.
A pretty big favor here for his private business.
It's hardly the first time we've had cars on the South Lawn. Man, there's video of Joe Biden driving a Jeep Rubicon around
Creepy.
the South Lawn. I mean,
And President Trump had did it before in his first term as well.
It's pretty common.
Yeah, so why are you bringing it up now? If that's the case, why are you bringing it up now?
For the President of the United States to boost American industries, American-made products, and companies that are, employing Americans. It's extremely common. He obviously has a close relationship with Elon, who, by the way, is, I think, unfairly under attack. And
now you see the gay cowboy? You see this very gentle cowboy right there? He needs to take that man hat off. I can see the sweetness all over him right about now. That sugar is all over him. Take that man hat off. But here the gay cowboy is over there like, I can't wait to address this a-hole. I'm going to show him something. That's what I'm going to do. So now let's see what the gay cowboy has to say. Now notice what Scott's doing. Scott is out here saying, okay, not only is this okay to do, but why aren't y'all bringing up the fact that Elon Musk, his business is being targeted by radical leftists?
This company
and watch how
is
she
unfairly under
responds.
attack. You have these insane people all over the country chasing people down in their Teslas in New York City. I had a friend who tried to trade his Tesla in New York the other day, and there were protesters screaming at his children.
Look,
these people are unhinged.
See, there it is, right there. They don't want to hear nothing about their side and all of the violence and all of the stuff that they're doing. They don't want anybody to realize, oh, these folks are using this as a tactic to disrupt his business and scare people away. I mean, who wants to go and buy a Tesla and you just get that mug and all of a sudden you come out and it's paint all over it? Or somebody done keyed it. Or somebody done shot it up. Somebody done set it on fire. See, so they don't want to touch on that. As soon as he brought that up, here they go. I know they wish they could have, interrupted him before he even said what he said when it comes down to these radical, crazy leftists. Because remember, these people are the same people that mostly peaceful protesters and stuff like that. But now all of a sudden, when they're tearing up stuff of Elon's, let's focus on Trump and him trying to do his buddy a favor.
Some
And they
insanity
deserve
happening.
support from the
But let's
government.
be clear. Let's fast forward over the fact that Elon Musk spent $250 million.
Which I got to do with this, huh, punk? What I got to do with this, punk? Here you are. Let's not skirt over the fact that Elon Musk is doing this with Doge, and he's doing it for free while losing money. See, this is how you know somebody believes in what they're doing. Okay, when there's no real benefit financially, it's only something that can hurt you. But yet you'll see these dodo birds come out. Elon Musk is trying to do this to enrich himself. Elon Musk is doing those so he can steal the money from people. I'm going, this is the richest man in the world. He's losing money by doing this. He's not even getting paid to do this. And the same with Trump. But you fools will come out here and try to make it seem like they're in cahoots with each other. They're doing this for their buddies and they're doing this to get paid. And I'm going, they lose money because of y'all and your radical approach and all of the negativity and all of the brainwashing of stupid people that y'all get to go out there and suffer from Trump derangement syndrome. And of course now Musk derangement syndrome. These people are losing money. And yet here these folks have to talk about, let's not overlook the fact that just because he gave $200 million or whatever for Trump, don't mean that Trump can't sit back and promote his cars because of you guys and your radical people are trying to cause the stock to drop. So let's continue, because see, now she's trying to make it seem like Trump just did it for no reason. He just wanted to make sure that his boys get paid.
So you're against an American company?
No, that's not.
You don't want the government to support this?
This is real, but
Oh, now this is right here. Watch this argument. It's gonna get heated, y'all. Boy, I tell you, he's about to get hold of somebody. So here we go.
he keeps repeating it. He wants Canada to be the 51st state. So why are you asking us to ignore what Trump is saying?
Because you've been watching Trump for 12 years. If you
And
can't
I don't ignore what he says anymore. Because
And you're a dummy. That's why. You don't speak Trumpian. That's the problem. Yeah, you don't know MAGA language. You're not able to see how Trump negotiates. This man right here is clever and wise. But, Maggie, you're supposed to be, clairvoyant when it comes down to, insight when it comes down to news and interpreting things. And, here you are, the facilitator. But you've been watching Trump all these years just to shoot out all kind of negativity. That's the problem. You're not watching him with a fair eye. You're not there to say, let's just observe his behavior, his decisions, the outcomes, like Don Lemon. I showed y'all just a little bit ago. That man right now is fishing and looking for nothing but negative. That's what it is. He's not sitting back saying, well, you know what, let's see how this all works out. Everything about that is I'm trying to find something negative to say about, of course, Donald Trump. So let's see if we can get through this before my computer crash.
Listen, you gotta listen. You gotta listen for the signal outside of the noise. He's bombastic. He says outrageous things. But from all that comes an interesting opportunity. In Canada, you've got the United States of America, the largest consumer market on earth, and Canada, the richest country on earth, with everything everybody needs every day. You don't have to buy the country, and they're not selling their sovereignty, but if you get an economic union with no tariffs, and maybe a common currency, maybe a common passport, and maybe something that could be done around making sure that everything equalized, China will never catch up.
Bam! But see, Abby's too biased to see that. You don't speak Trumpian. That's the problem. Yeah. So here she is now getting schooled, but look at this fool. You see this fool right here? He's another one. He's waiting to be tagged in for some negativity, and here he comes.
And I think that's the opportunity. So even 3 hours ago, before I got here, Ford, who was talking about cutting off electricity, changed his mind. We're in a narrative of negotiation.
Well, I think both sides, and they went to the negotiating table, which is, frankly, where they should have been in the first place.
It's kumbaya.
And
Yeah, but y'all went out and jumped out over your skis. Trump's killing that economy. Look at this. And all these tariffs are digging into us. And he's making bad choices. Yeah, he's sporadic and crazy. Trump knows what he's doing. So now all of a sudden he get what he wanted out of Canada, and now it's all about that he should have did that in the first place. Regardless, the results are the same. Guys, I don't think we're going to make it through it. It looks like my computer's about to crash. Let's continue though. Let's see if we can go far as we can. Hold on, here we go.
It's true. Eggs are down. Eggs are now cheaper than they were when
look at
Trump came in. Everybody's been whining about eggs. Eggs are now
Hang on.
Don't be jumping on Scott.
Maybe they're
No, see, all of a sudden now downplaying the whole egg issue. You know what, that one. But it was a big deal. It was a big deal a couple days ago until those prices dropped. See, because they always jump out there. How can we make Trump look bad? What's negative? Well, the eggs. Now it's down, and all of a sudden, instead of praising Trump and saying, yeah, that's a good job, you got those eggs down. And all of a sudden, it's not even a big deal. Oh, God, you know what, Scott, whatever. See, and they wonder why their ratings are in the tank.
Down a little bit, but they're still A, not available.
Look it up.
And B,
Look it up.
We have to grow more chickens, but eggs have
they
gotten
still
cheaper.
cost more than $5.
Oh, see, yes. Got to find something negative. And you wonder why we don't trust your opinion on Trump. You wonder why you can't see the positive stuff that Trump is doing. And wonder why you can't interpret Trumpian. Because you're not trying to. You're not trying to understand the language, the meanings, and all of that. You're there to try to go ahead and throw mud on him. And then here comes whatever this guy's name is.
But speaking of regular everyday Americans,
Watch this.
one of the things that's been going on, in addition to all of this uncertainty, is that the cuts continue to affect real people. Here is the Agriculture Secretary talking about $1 billion in cuts to food banks and food programs that benefit United States schools.
Here we go.
USDA cancels $1 billion in local food purchasing for schools and food banks. How do you justify that?
Well, listen, I think it's really important, and of course the left is doing what the left does. These were COVID era programs.
Oh, see, they don't want you to know that, though. They want you to make you think that Trump's cutting this money right out the kids' mouths. Here the kids are in school. What we had? We had some chicken nuggets and some tater tots. That's what we have for what? Why are you taking my food away? Where you going? Trump just revoked it all. We don't have any money. Sorry, kid. Yeah, that's what they want you to think. But wait a minute. This was just money that ain't needed to feed the kids, so the kids are still eating? That's what you're saying? But yet, that's not how they want the media, the people to see it. They want the people to think that he's cutting food from the kids.
These were additional funds. Right now, from what we are viewing, that program was non-essential, that it was a new program, and that it was an effort by the left to continue spending taxpayer dollars that were not necessary.
See? Oh, look. Now look. Watch it. Now, you just heard the lady say what it was. And look at these people. Now the gay cowboy is about to jump in. Okay, here it is. Man, let's see what he got to say.
You guys, it is cynical out there when we're talking about kids eating and
That's
politics.
not what that was about.
Thank you. See, now you got it. That's not what that was about. But here this guy. Guys, cynical out there when you talk about kids eating. That's cynical. See, it slides out every once in a while. He's trying to act like he's a tough guy because he got the hat on, but it slips out. Whew. It's tough out there when you're talking about kids eating. But, so let's continue.
So it was funny. Well, it wasn't funny. During COVID, one of the main things that we all came together to do was to deal with the instability that kids who weren't in schools were going.
We're not at COVID anymore.
I'm wondering. Why is this dude even bringing this up about COVID? The woman just told everybody what it was. The woman just said this money's no longer needed. Okay, no kids are going without food. But this guy opens up with, when you talk about taking food away from kids. And I'm like, did you not hear what the woman just said? It's unbelievable.
Understand that, but if you think that child hunger is an issue of the past,
it's been an issue.
And it's an issue now, so I just don't see how you make a case to the American people. The American people have been struggling, according to the right, for a couple of years now, that anything to be gained by cutting off food to kids.
You just heard her say that it's not affecting the kids. This is old money that is not being used. It's not necessary. The kids are still getting it, but I don't see how you make a case. No, you're trying to make a fake case. After hearing the woman just say it right there on TV, that, hey, look, man, the left is trying to make it seem like we're taking food away from kids. Nope, that's not what's going on. But here this dude is, like he didn't even hear any of that. And so my man right here is like, that's not what we just, are you not listening to what we just listened to?
That program is also one.
I don't think we're cutting enough.
But that program is also one that benefits not just
some
the
tough love.
recipients, but also the farmers that are they're able
Absolutely.
to purchase from. That's the main reason it's a DO, a Department of Agriculture.
This issue is not going to go away because it's very contentious. But when you cut in any organization, government or private,
here we go.
It's very demoralizing. It's traumatic, and it gets lots of bad press, as we're doing right now. But that's why you cut 20% more. I think Elon's not cutting enough.
What?
Cut 20% more. Now, get your spreadsheet out. These are the names. Whack everybody, and then 20% more, as we do in the private sector every day and have done for 100 years in private equity, and hire back when the organization gels. That way, the demoralization only happens once. You're going to cut multiple times.
More cutting. All right. Yeah, man. Y'all hear that? Cut some more. Yeah, go out to find a lady with the big mask and the bob haircut. Cut some more. Yeah, must cut. So now watch this guy try to make an argument for the kids and the food and stuff. Watch this.
Whacking,
Let me
more
just-
whacking.
Can I explain to you that this is when
You don't
running?
need to explain to me. I know how
No,
it works.
but no, you don't because when
Actually, I do. I've done it multiple times.
yeah, that's in the private sector. And you can-
That's what's in the private sector. Good. See, we need to approach the government like the private sector. We'll have more productivity. We'll have less money going out. But here this guy. But you're making our point, you big dummy. Now you're gonna go ahead and try to talk to the smartest man sitting on the set right there when it comes down to money and how things should work and how you run a business. But that's not how the government works, and that's the problem. But yet he's coming out here talking about some. Yeah, that's not how the government. Now here's his argument. Y'all ready for the dumbest argument before we get out of here? Somebody said, "Kev, that's not a knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife." Croc, I think you better do what he says. For what? He's got a knife. It's not a knife. This is a knife right there. That's what that is right there. So now let's continue. Watch this guy's brilliant argument.
This is worse than
You cannot run everyday government the same way you run the
Fat, dripping with waste
government. I'm not talking about fat
Here we go.
dripping with waste government.
What do we
have?
have?
I told you in the South, right now in red states. Do you know the number one cause?
What does this have to do with red or
I
blue?
am about to.
Right. See, this right now he's talking to a guy trying to make a point that he's pulling right out of his butt. How can he make this connection? Any rational person, he's like, what are you talking? Blue, red, what? How did you get here? Y'all ready for this stretch?
I finished my question. Do you know the number one cause for children underperforming in schools right now?
Bad teachers?
Bad educators.
But wait, this fool, here we go. Look at his face. That's the cover right there that I had, the thumbnail. Listen to what he says.
Hungry as a
No.
Did you hear this man? He just said, come on, play.
As a
Wait a minute. Let me go
I'm
back.
not talking about fat
Here we go.
dripping with waste government.
What do we
have? I
have?
told you in the South, right now in red states. Do you know the number one cause?
This is have to do with red or
I
blue.
am about to. Can I finish my question? Do you know the number one cause for children underperforming in schools right now?
Bad educators.
Hungry as a
Hunger! Did you hear this fool? Now, this got to be a Democrat talking point to justify, why we got bad teachers, bad performances, bad results in schools, and a reason to just keep throwing money at a problem that ain't a problem. Hunger! So you're telling me all of these kids are dumb because they starving? Oh, man. Hold on. 2 + 2 is 7. I would have got it if I'd have just had another snack. You know what I'm saying? I can't think. All right, so what's the word again? Spell cat. Cat. Kit Kat? Because that's what I'm thinking about it. Kit Kats. You got any of those? Because I'm starving. I can't spell. I can't spell when I'm hungry. All right, so cat. It's a K, the A-T, the Oscar Mayer Wiener. That's all I can think about. Are you kidding me? Man, I grew up in a full-blown hood. Not once was hunger even a factor. Ever. This dude got how do you even make that argument and quantify it? How can you say that how can you measure it? You're sitting there with a kid. All right, you're in the 6th grade. Yeah. Looks like you flunked all your math. all your reading scores, pretty much everything but gym and lunch somehow. I didn't know they give you a grade for lunch. But yeah, you pass lunch. So what do you think is the problem? Starving, man. Starving. Every time I come in, first thing in the morning, all I can think about is breakfast. Can't even focus, man. Can't even focus. So when the teacher come in and be like, open up your books, I'm like, what, for what? Does it got food in it? I want to open it up and see some eggs and bacon in here. That's the only way. And until I get my eggs and bacon, I can't think. Can't think. Unreal. So it's hunger. How do you even measure it? You can't. But that's just an excuse they're throwing out there. And I'm sure my man is sitting here going, what the crap are y'all talking? You see, this is the shite that makes us all say, cut. Yeah, keep cutting. Smart people think like he did. He had the smart reaction like bad educators. But Democrats got excuse after excuse that is not rational. Hunger. He's like, bad educators. Yeah, so remember, guys, don't go on Family Feud with Democrats, okay? All right, give me one reason why you think kids are doing bad in school. You'll have him like, bad educators. And the whole Democrats be like, good answer, good answer. Survey says, ding! Wow, I didn't know that was coming. All right, next. Give me a reason why kids are struggling in school. Hunger. Hunger. And all the Democrats be going, yeah, good answer, good answer. Survey says, bam. Hunger? Unbelievable.
No. Let me finish. Talking to the wrong guy. I actually, my whole career was in education. That's my point of bringing that up to you. Yeah. And so, yes, you have things like the free and reduced lunch program. You have the summer lunch program. Yes. You have programs that were expanded so kids could actually. So I'm not arguing with you about your expertise in the private sector, but what I am saying is that a 20% cut or whack, you're cutting from Allendale Fairfax High School and Birmingham High School. Okay. You're cutting from places.
Look at this. See, and so. This is why they will never, ever try to cut any fat from the government. It's stupidity like that. Arguments like that. The smart guy says, bad educators, this food brings up hunger. Now, see, I can speak intelligently to that because, number one, I grew up in the hood, okay? Yeah, my father, after a certain amount of years, managed to send us to a Catholic school, which, definitely helped out. But even the public schools, we ate. Okay, we had food. And then I taught in the system for years. And I didn't teach in the upper class areas. I taught in the full-blown hood. If there was going to be some child hunger, it would have been in several of the schools that I taught. And we had breakfast for these kids, lunch for these kids, sometime food after school programs, all of that stuff. And they were still stinking it up in many cases. I didn't meet one kid that I'm going, dude, you didn't do your homework. You never complete the class assignment. When you hear you talking, acting up, getting up and out of your seat, wanting to leave in and out the classroom. For what? Not to go get food. Man, I'm starving. I got to go in there. Nah, it's to do any other thing but that. Not one kid that I can honestly say out of all the years, my 12 plus years in education, not one kid that I've ever been able to make the connection that fool just tried to make. All the kids that failed, all the kids that were horrible, either it was a product of their environment and home with a mixture of course, the education system, but it sure enough wasn't food. And that fool gets up there and makes that dumb behind statement, the child hunger. Democrats will find reasons to waste money, even if they got to come up with stupid stuff like that. Child hunger. Who's out there measuring that? Who's sitting there with the lab coat watching the kids through the window? All right, now over here we got 7 kids that are getting fed. Look how smart they are. And over there, those are 7 ones that are starving. They can't even do calculations and basic math. They can't spell anything. It's probably food related. It's food related. Let's see if we feed them. Will that intensify their intelligence? Give them the food. Hurry up. Give them the food. All of a sudden, 7 times 7? 49. Yeah. Is that what's going to happen? It's unbelievable, man. Democrats, man. Democrats. That's what they should be called. Anyway, y'all, God bless y'all. I'm going to go ahead and end it here before my computer crashes. I wanted y'all to see how Doug handled this lady right here and abused her on our, you know what, let me see if I could just let it play real quick. It's only like 2 minutes. Yeah, this is how you handle a Democrat right here with a motive. And people like we just saw that guy on that network. Look how Doug handles this right here.
I do have a second thing, Patricia, I really need to know. One of the things that I've been finding, we got into it a little bit in the discussion, but one of the issues that we're having is, and it's something here, I need your help on something.
Yeah,
I need your help because all I seem to be doing lately is fighting back against innuendo and rumor stories. And this is what I seem to be fighting about all the time. In fact, Patricia, part of it is with you.
I'm sure.
And I just need your help because when you start headlines with, there's a rumor going around and that we've heard that hurts my veterans. That scares my veterans. That scares my employees because it's not true.
Oh!
Will you commit to not doing that in the future?
In other words, would you commit to not spread negativity, lies, coming up with these narratives to try to sow division? Could you not do that? Matter of fact, I'm going to hand you some words here. I want you to look at those. Is that you? He's about to embarrass this chick right here. He's going to make her tap out, showing her he came prepared. Look at this. Yeah, I need you to help me out. Try to act like he's just concerned and he's being nice about it. Would you help me out next time? Let's see what he does to her the moment she taps out.
Well, there was a DOJ representative that day.
I have a VA employee who is our DOJ liaison. You knew that and you could ask that question.
I did ask that.
But when you got the answer. But my question here is, I need you to commit to not starting off rumors began circulating. Well, if it's either true or false, Patricia. And then you go to Patty Murphy.
I'm just
saying that we've heard and we have DOJ may have barged into the VA today. Unconfirmed hearsay. You know what you'd have done if I was a member of Congress and probably done that? Unconfirmed report. But you didn't put unconfirmed report.
Oh, he's giving it to her. Yeah, now this is what you're witnessing right now. Is somebody getting spanked on national TV. And he's doing it intelligently, and he's showing her the receipts, giving her examples, and embarrassing the heck out of her. Now watch her. She's gonna try to be like, okay, that's enough embarrassing me. I'm gonna try to behave and do things right.
So Patricia, I want to work together with you.
Look, she's like, right.
But I need you to commit to me that you're not gonna do this.
I'm working on it.
I'm working on it. I've never seen anybody get tapped out like this on a fake news. I'm working on it. You got me. You got me on it. Right now I'm on my heels.
I've been trying. Oh, actually, I have another question based on that. Thank you very much.
Based on
Now, I want to hear the answer first. Are you committing not to the rumors?
He ain't let her. She tried to get off the ropes. So he got her on the ropes right now, tenderizing that whole midsection, and she's covering up and gonna try to slide away. He's like, get back over here on these ropes so I can finish tenderizing. The ribs are not soft enough yet. The meat's not falling off the bone. Okay, so you ain't going nowhere. She tried to give him the slip, y'all. So let's finish hearing him tenderize those ribs.
You're scaring my VA employees about this.
That's fair.
And you're scaring my
That's
veterans.
fair.
That's unforgivable. That's not something I
But
take
if
lightly.
a rumor is different than if I have a source.
Then you source it to our PR people and let them know, because you know something, I've got people who are reporting stuff right now who aren't even calling us. They don't even get something from. They don't even call us to check it.
Well, that's not right.
Well, this is not it.
Okay. Well, that's fair. But I did call about that. I did call about
And you got the answer, but yet you still reported it as a rumor.
Oh, you got the answer, but still reported it as a rumor. She can't get out the corner. She is in the corner getting worked.
Well, I didn't.
Okay, which is it? Which is it? Is it a rumor or is it get confirmed?
Was that there is a Doge person there.
Okay, nobody has said that from you. Nobody. We answered it, but it was reported as a rumor. I mean, you think about this.
Issue with parsing out my stuff,
in the headline of the story, Elon Musk.
She's trying to stop the bleeding right now. She's like, that's fine. Look, why are you gonna do this to me? What? Look. I'm a fake news propaganda. I got propaganda stuff to do. You're gonna make me look, man. So now he is not letting her out of that corner.
Hey, I don't care who wrote it.
I know.
But your byline.
I'm starting to push back on those, and I.
Okay. Look, think about what it says here. Elon Musk
aide is now working at VA accessing computer systems. Ooh, I mean that's a true statement. No, it is because you know what? We don't make a Doge employee, which is funny because they're VA employees, a liaison. We don't also give them a pen.
I was not told that.
We don't give.
I was not told.
But you wrote the article.
Liaison.
But you wrote the article.
One Doge employee.
As we look at this, Patricia, I want you to know something. When you look at this headline and you're accessing computer systems, I want to work with you a lot as we go forward. We're going to have a lot of time together.
That's fair.
But I'm not going to have any reporter scaring my employees and scaring the veterans. And that's what this is doing. Let's get it right. I'm the most transparent VA secretary we've had yet. I'm on video, I'm on interviews, I do everything I possibly can to push back against everything I'm hearing. So we got a team that'll help you, but I need your commitment to help me too. Okay?
Told her tail up. She's tender. Yep, that's right. He whooped that butt like that dog on the Looney Tunes where Foghorn Leghorn lifted that tail up and went to work and took off running. That was one of the most beautiful beatings. Boy, had the paperwork. Shut her down, had her up there at that. Wait, that you know what that? Okay, look, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. Now you know I won't work with you too. I won't work. Look, okay. But you know I did that. So you ain't learned your lesson. Here you coming back with. But I did. But sometimes I ain't finna. Now get back over there. Get back in the corner. Beautifully done, man. And I wish more of them would handle the fake news just like that. So God bless y'all. I made it without my computer completely crashing. It was on the verge, you know, but somehow we made it through. All right. Look, somebody came soon and said, God bless y'all. Shh. There, Gizmos. Mm-hmm. He knows what God bless y'all means. Every time I do it, he comes and jumps up here like, I know what that means. Yeah, it's cool to have a dog to know what God bless you means. It's like, yeah. You was down there playing. Did you behave? See, got to make him feel it too. See, there we go. Pet him so he can feel it. Yeah, you feel that, Gizmo? Yeah, you feel it. All right, now, we will see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place. Try to figure out what's going on with my main phone and messing up on the sound and all of that mess burns me up. All right, but she'll be back here tomorrow at 7 o'clock, so don't forget. And also, on the way out, if you want to check out Kevin's Corner Store, check it out, get some gear. And also, if you want to support the channel through my Cash App and my PayPal, you can do that too. The links are below. Share the videos, like the videos, and subscribe to my alternative channel. And don't forget to text MAGA to that number right there. All right, so we can be in the loop just in case something crazy go down. All right, God bless y'all. God bless America. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll crack some smalls tomorrow. Almost didn't make it. Yeah. Look at that. It's locking up. Yeah, we made it, y'all. See y'all next time. Cave's gonna take care.